Hi, I actually had quite some fun creating this video, and I hope you also have fun watching it. My name is Dr. Daniel. I'm a lecturer and researcher at university level in the areas of finance and economics. Now, what do I mean by rogue startups? These are companies that actually are creating services or products that are completely out of the box, that are very necessary, very innovative, that people really embrace. The public embraces it, but they are completely out of the box, and not only the product that they actually produce, but also the way they develop as a company. So they don't really follow a business plan, a white paper, a roadmap, and so on and so forth, but also the way they actually start up is very unconventional. And you may have come across these pictures here of famous companies that started in garage. So maybe it's a good strategy to get a garage first if you want to build a successful startup company. I don't know. And also the inventors that are behind these things, I mean, sometimes they don't look really like the trustworthy business guys that you want to invest your money in. On the top left there, we have a picture from the hacker convention in Los Angeles, 1999. Actually, the founders of WhatsApp and Napster, obviously very successful. And I think the others probably you know, but on the right, YouTube, one of the YouTube founders in the middle as well. And Bill Gates, actually, this mugshot is a real mugshot. It was actually while he was developing Microsoft, so maybe also not the person you want to put your money in. But these are kind of companies that didn't really have a plan. They didn't really have a plan. They saw a problem and they wanted to solve that problem. And they were like mostly tech guys that didn't really care about business plans and stuff like that. So what happened? Microsoft started in 1975. 5 years later, they had the first business plan. So the first 5 years, they were actually working without a business plan. Apple as well, 3 years. Google, 8 years without any first business plan. Facebook as well, 8 years. Twitter, 7 years. GitHub, 4 years. So you can see these people, they didn't care about a business plan. They didn't care about a roadmap or whatever. They had a roadmap in their mind. They had a business plan in their mind, but not in the conventional, fancy way that we have it in business academic theory. But they just had it in their mind, and they didn't bother putting it on a paper. For who? For what? It's working. People are embracing it. People are using it. That's my business plan. That's what demonstrates that actually this is a good thing. And look at these companies that never had a business plan ever. YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitch, Waze. Why? Because before they actually got to make a business plan, they already were bought off for billions of dollars by other big companies. So why did these big companies pay big bucks for these companies without any business plan, without any roadmap, without any of the things that conventionally we would expect? Well, because these companies, that Google, Facebook, Amazon, that bought these companies, they understood what they were doing. They understood that what they are producing is actually of big value, and that's why they invested without even looking at any business plan. So what do these companies have in common, these rogue startups? Well, first of all, it's passion projects. It's people that see problems, often tech guys, that actually want to solve a problem. They are challenged by solving that problem. So there's a lot of passion in it, and not a lot of time to bother with administration and with creating business plan, creating roadmaps and all that stuff. It's highly dynamic, so actually the lack of a rigid structure allows them to adjust to market needs, because these areas are highly dynamic. Next year it may look completely different, and maybe the roadmap that they were outlining for the next 5 to 10 years would be completely outdated, because actually things shifted already. And not having these things that actually limit them and narrow the path they have to go make them highly dynamic and highly responsive to how the public is actually responding to their solutions and tweaking the solutions and improving their services. They are, as I mentioned, highly innovative, often in a tech field, and often also somewhat unregulated, because even the governments are just walking behind steps of all these technological advancements that are happening. One example currently that we are having is cryptocurrencies, right? Also where some companies like FMC Pay, that I find a very interesting company, is actually providing solutions where governments are still trying to figure out what this is. Now, on the other hand, let me show you trustworthy guys. Let me show you some guys that really have a plan. They have a fancy business plan, they have a fancy roadmap, they have all figured out, and they give you all this in flashy documents. Wonderful. Well, on the top left, Enron guys. Okay, Enron, maybe you recall. On the left side, we have Lehman Brothers. In the middle, we have Madoff. On the right side, maybe less well known. On the top, the Credit Suisse guy. Anyone heard of Credit Suisse? Last year bankrupted, or when was bought by UBS. I actually worked for UBS some time ago. And on the bottom, probably also not so well known, he was the CEO of Swissair just before it also bankrupted. So all these companies here, before they just failed, they had wonderful, impressive business plans. And kind of the guys with the ties that you want to put your money in, the business plan, flashy business plans where you want to put your money in, but actually a couple of months later bankrupted, because actually the business plan was just that, paper. So I hope you enjoyed this short presentation. And for me, myself, I don't want to be bound by business plans. I don't want to be bound by roadmaps. I understand that some companies, in the innovative fields, they do not care about the flashy, structured, formal business plans or roadmaps or white papers. But that doesn't mean that they are doing things wrong. Sometimes they are actually doing very great stuff. So thank you, and leave a comment if you want.